Well, good morning, everybody. It's Sunday morning. It's almost 10 o'clock. I'm messing around out here in my shop. I hope everybody's doing well, getting along with your neighbors. Anyway, I've got some updates here that I want to record. Number one is with the LeBlanc lathe that I bought, I got another boring bar with that for high-speed steel. Anyway, it's a little bit too big diameter for my 1.25" boring bar holder. I don't know what size this is. It doesn't measure out to 1 5/16. Millimeters is weird. I don't know. But anyway, I got to turn that down. Excuse me. I've got to turn that down to 1 1/4" to fit that boring bar holder. And then we'll bring it over to the lathe when I do that. Right now, I'm just going to show you a couple updates that I've got, and we'll go over to the lathe. I'll show you the boring bar, and I bought a Vevor magnetic adapter that you can pick up 880 pounds with this. It's got an on-off lever. It was only $107. It's well worth it because I've already picked up a mill vise and moved it around with my cart and stuff without any strain on my back. What I did was I mounted a crane, which I got from Vevor too. It is meant for a pickup. It's a 1,100 pound capacity, which I don't think I'd ever trust it with 1,100 pounds. But I mounted it on my Harbor Freight hydraulic cart. You can pump that up and down, bring the deck up and down. Picking straight out from it is going to pick up quite a bit. But eventually here, if I want to pick a little sideways with the thing, I'll have to make a set of outriggers for it because it's probably going to tip over sideways if you lift way out there. But it has 3 settings. You can go straight out. I think it might be a 30 and a 60. Right now I've got it on the middle connection there. It's probably around 30 or something like that. But I'll get the camera mounted up on my stick here, and we'll go over and look at the cart and stuff, and I'll tell you what I did to that, and also the boring bar. And we got to take off about 57 thousandths off that bar to make it work in the 1 1/4" holder. So I'm going to pause you here for right now and get set up with my stick with the camera, because this magnetic block here, the base, is just too awkward to pack around and use the camera on it. So I'll get back to you here in just a second. All right, here's that boring bar that I've got, and it's 3/8 high-speed steel on both ends. One of them is 90 and the other one's 45, I believe. And I got to turn that down, take off about 57 thousandths to fit on the boring bar holder that I have. So now I'll show you my cart, what I've done to it. It's quite a menagerie of stuff. I didn't film it because it would have taken just too many camera moves to show you everything I was doing. Okay, there it is. I got try to get the whole thing in view right now. Then I'll come over there and show you the stuff that I've done to it. Okay, so on the base, that is that Harbor Freight hydraulic cart. And like I said, 90 degrees off to the right or left is going to be not too good. So I'll probably make down here, I'll probably make a set of outriggers so you can go either way. Even if it just had one, pull out, set it, and if you want to go the other way, pull that out, put it on the other side and set it. Anyway, this wasn't too bad this was what, $209. See, I'm set, it's got an electric winch on it even, 12 volt. I'll go around the other side and show you some stuff. But anyway, here's what I got hanging here for right now. This is that magnetic block, I guess you could call that. And it does supposedly 880 pounds, which I won't be lifting 880 in my shop. It's just moving vices, chucks, heavier pieces of steel, stuff like that. And then I made this weight. If I don't have this magnetic chuck on here, I can leave this weight on here so it pulls the spool out and doesn't get it all nested up and screwed up. So I'll go around the other side now and show you what other things I've done to this. All right, here's the winch and stuff. It's got a fair lead on it. This can be hooked up to a double purchase also, which I've got the other hook for it. Anyway, it's got a remote control and a wired control, and I'd rather have the wired control because it's more sensitive. That the wireless one tends to stick a little bit, like takes a split second or more when you let up on it to stop. I don't like that if you're trying to do some fine adjustments. What I did is I put a little motorcycle battery on here, which I tested it out. I've got an amp meter. This battery is about 9 amps, and when I was lifting the magnetic chuck and the weight I've got in it right now, it only draws about 3 amps when you're lifting. It'll be more if you're lifting something maybe several hundred pounds, probably be maybe another amp or so, but that held up pretty good. It doesn't take much to bring it back up to charge, so I must not run it down that much. And also, to be on the safe side, I got a menagerie of wiring going here. I put a kill switch here. See, it's on, off right here. But I'll turn it on. I'll just give you a little demonstration of the thing going up and down. But just to be safe, because I'm going to leave the wired controller on all the time, plugged in. So we'll go ahead and I'll turn this on. And we'll let down on it here. It works really nice. See, this one, you can find it just on it, not just, but fine pickup just so on and off works good. It works really nice. I mean, good enough for what I'm going to do with it, just so I don't break my back trying to pick up heavy stuff. Okay, that's good for now. We got to get set up on the lathe now and turn that boring bar down to 1 1/4. All right, I'm going to face this off and then center drill it just a small amount so I can bring it out and do my turn. We'll start here by taking off just enough to square this up. It's probably all right, but I'd rather face it off. Let's see how that looks. I don't need it perfect, just a boring bar. Yeah, that's good enough. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and center drill. I'm doing this end. The 90 degree is too shallow to put a center in. This is at an angle, so I've got enough meat here just to put a small center in here. Get my center drill up here, and we'll do that. I get my light changed here. There we go. All right, let's center drill it. That's good enough. We'll move this back here and put a center in here now. I checked the OD here with a indicator, and I was within just a few thousandths or so, so it'll be good enough. Let's see, this one fits all right. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to bring that bowing bar out most of the way. Got to loosen this up here. Starting to get stuff in the way again. Oh, balls. All right, there. All right, let's see how far I can bring this out, and then we'll finish the other end up when I get this spot done. I think we'll bring her out about there. Ooh, let's see here. I've got to check something too. I'll leave that go for a second. I want to snug it up once I get my center set, but I've got to bring my carriage back here. Okay. All right, right about there should do it. I'll get my center set up here. All right, let's tighten this down now. Let's see how straight this will turn. This old lathe's got a lot of wear to her. I think I'll leave it set where I'm at. I'm at 937 right now. See what this does. Tighten up my tailstock here. I get my DRO turned on. There we go. I think the first cut I'm going to do is 30 and then split the remainder up. Okay, I change the directions. Let's touch off here and do a 30. All right, there's 30 thousandths. You're gonna have little chips every place, I can tell you that. I just got everything cleaned up, now I got a mess again. Never seems to fail. We'll get a measurement on this after I get this done, and then we'll see what we might make two cuts to finish it. I'm curious to see on this long of a turn how accurate this lathe is, how far it's out on the taper. I readjusted this tailstock I don't know how many times, and it just still runs a little bit of a taper. I raised this tailstock when I first got it. It was around 9 thousandths low, so I'm within 1 thousandths or so right now. I shimmed it up, had it apart a couple times doing some shimming. It's not hard to do. Just pull your clamp down bolt out of there, lift the top section off, add your shims. pretty smooth at least. Now let's see what we got for measurement. I'm going to pause this for a second. I've got to go do something real quick. Well, I measured this up off camera here for a second while you were doing whatever you're doing. Anyway, we've got pretty good from this end to the center, but then it drops down here a couple thousandths on this end, which is kind of weird. It's that from here it's okay, and boom, it goes down. So anyway, we're going to take, it looks like about 23 thousandths. Let me check this one more time. I think it was 23 will do me. We'll dial in 23 and go from there. All right, I'm going to stop here for a second and check this measurement out here, see where we're at. See if we're hitting it close with this 23 cut. Let me see where I'm at that hole. Let's see. We can get a measurement right there, I think. There. Sorry if my hand's in the way, but. So if you can see that, let's see. 1254. So I'm only 4 thousandths large yet, so there. Let's take another 2 or so off here, see what happens. All right, check her again. All right, 1251. I'm going to run with that. Then I can check it on that holder. And if I have to, I can polish it just a little bit. So let's turn this thing down at that position. All right, we'll take a measurement here now. Of course, I'm going to leave back marks on it. It's been hitting all the way anyway. All right, let's see where we're at now. All right, there it is, 251. See where we're at here. 250, so you got a thousandths difference right in there. And 4 thousandths taper on it. Oh my God. That's horrible. I know it just can't do much on long turns on this old lathe. It's good at this end, but the rest of it's off. Let's see what we got here. Try this again here. Let me back in here. I'm way off here. Not getting my mic in the right spot. There we go. Yep, 251. Since 250. 4,600. 4,000 is unbelievable. Well, there's not much I can do about it. I still can make this bar work. I should have left a little bit big. I could have polished this end down with my pneumatic belt sander. Okay, we got to break this down a little bit, turn it around, finish the other end. All right, I put my dial indicator on here on the spot that I turned already, and we're within like a half a thousandths or something like that. Pretty close to around a half thousand. That's good enough. We'll go ahead and turn the rest of this off and finish this up. All right, we'll do a touch off here and take 30. Well, I'm going to take 35, and then we'll go from there and take a measurement. All right, we'll do a measurement here and see what we need. I just take it one cut. Make sure I got this measured right. Take that down here a little bit. Okay, so it's 124.5. So we got to dial in 18 and then go from there. See what it does. Let's see if she matches up here. Yeah, pretty close. All right, let's see what we got now. Looks to me like I'm a little bit high here yet. Oh, not bad. That at least turned out. That one says 1250. 250. Maybe I had a piece of chip or something in between that before. 249. That's close enough. Well, first of all, I might have to polish the other end up a little bit. Let me get my block here, Move this out of the way and see if it slides onto this end. I'll put a chamfer tool in here and take a little bit off that. Get this out of here. There we go. This is that chamfer tool I made. It works really nice. Use some square. These are actually aluminum inserts, but they're real sharp, so it does a nice job. Okay. Actually, I'm glad that was just a fraction under. I had to do a little polishing on that to make it work in this holder. So anyway, I had to polish both ends just a little bit. The middle was pretty good in the middle. But I got it working really now. I'll show you how it slides back and forth. Looks nice. And there's not much play in here. Just a little, couple thousandths, which is great. So you can put it in and out of here really easily. Goes all the way in and all the way back out. There. Okay, this little project's done. I just wish that lathe didn't have that much of a taper to it. You know, I've messed with that I don't know how many times, and it's got to be the ways up there towards the chuck and that or got a bend in them or something. I know the guy we got this from said he drug it out of the building where it was at, and I thought, oh my God, you don't drag a lathe on the cement, you know, especially with these legs on this one. Anyway, we'll finish this up now here, and I'll get this posted so you can take a look at it.